peoples, Bubba Ace here, and welcome back to Ninja Warrior Roblox. We've seen 95 competitors attempt Stage 1, and for the first time since Tournament 7, at least 20 competitors have cleared Stage 1. Now today we'll see the remaining 8 competitors left in this tournament take on Stage 1, before we move on to Stage 2. Kicking off today's episode is veteran Having That Fun Time, who's making his 4th appearance. He's competed in every tournament since his debut in Tournament 14. In his first 2 appearances, he cleared Stage 1, even getting to Stage 3 in Tournament 15. But in the last tournament, he went out on the shish kebab jumps. He's already well past now. So one thing to note is that the remaining competitors are those who performed well in the qualifiers, with runner number 101 being the number 1 qualifier, and the final 2 being considered the top competitors of the course. And having that fun time is not really having that fun time anymore, unless you consider playing in the mud to be fun, in which case I'm sure he was having a blast. Alright, now we're on to Newcomer 9_1, or no, 9_I, and I believe this is the last newcomer competing in this tournament. I believe so. Yep, the final newcomer. So, of all the newcomers who participate in the qualifiers, this one, I guess you could say is the number 1 newcomer. Yeah. So anyway, following the retirement of All-Stars Reality Pales, Ninja Warrior Sasuke, and Bunpei Shiratori, the final 2 runners of this tournament are considered to be the top competitors of the course. Of course, I can be completely biased, you know, considering who they are and all that stuff. But let's just continue with this before we even get to those, because it'll be a while before we get to them. Anyway, we got 9_I, who's doing very well. Now you can kind of see why he's the top newcomer qualifier, or qualifying newcomer, whatever. Well, maybe not anymore, considering that he's stuck on the tire pressure, and he can get off right now, but yeah, he wanted to wait till the tire got near the end of the track. I guess he thought he was gonna break a rule or something, but it took him a long time to even get that tire moving, but he's already well past it, and already onto the vault launch. That wasn't the vault launch, that was Tarzan vault. Why did I think vault launch? Well, that doesn't matter, because 9_I is the last newcomer of this tournament, and he clears the first stage. Well, that certainly was an interesting run. After briefly getting stuck on the tire pressure, he pulled through and cleared with 4.45 seconds left on the clock. Well done to this newcomer. And now we're on to veteran Daniel Pokemon Tosh, who is making his 5th appearance. He cleared Stage 1 for his first and only time in Tournament 12. He returned in the last tournament after missing Tournaments 14 and 15, but went out on the Jumping Spider. And I want to say he made his debut in Tournament 11. I'm not 100% certain, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, he's back, and funny enough, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but I guess I gotta find something to talk about during his run, besides the fact that he almost slipped on the rolling boulder there, is that I initially pronounced this as Daniel Pokemon Tosh, and a lot of people have been trying to correct me on that. It's pronounced Tosh, not Tosh, considering, you know, Tosh.0, which I initially thought was Tosho. Why I'm confessing that, I don't know. So, kind of a laggy run. We saw when he got to the panel place, it wasn't moving at all. And he is going a bit slow. I mean, not too slow, but he might want to consider picking up the pace, considering that he's down to less than 40 seconds and he just started the tire pressure. Well, he's got a nice pace on it. Alright, he can get off here. He's going to push it all near the end of the track. Alright, he's got time to clear, but may want to hurry a bit. Oh, he can't get the wall in one. Can he get up in his second attempt? Yes, he does. Alright, he's really going to have to hustle now. Tarzan vault, come on, dude. What? I don't know what happened here, but he briefly stopped for a moment. But the klaxon is sounding. He's on the disc climb. Come on, he's got to climb. Come on. He's going to have to climb it this fast if he wants to clear. He's climbing up it slowly. Oh, no, and he slipped. Oh, and he couldn't grab the top, and he has timed up. Oh, it was close, but Daniel Pokemon Touch just timed up short of the finish. Oh, that is a shame. Let's see what went wrong there. I mean, throughout his entire run, he was going pretty slow, but what sealed the deal is that, for starters, it took him more than one attempt to get up the warp wall, but the real nail in the coffin, or I guess final nail in the coffin, was that he was climbing the disc climb slowly, and even when he thought he made it to the top, when he got to that fifth disc, I guess he thought he grabbed it, because he tried to reach the top, but he just missed it, and then tried to jump on it from the fourth disc, and that didn't work, and by the time he finally got up to disc climb, his time ran out. It's a shame, but Daniel Pokemon Tosh will not be heading to the second stage for the second time in his career. At least not in this tournament. Alright, we've already seen the last newcomer to run this stage, and now we're moving on to the last regular competitor to run this stage. It is Daniel Icewolf RBLX, making his 11th appearance. He's competed in every tournament since his debut in Tournament 6, only missing out in Tournament 11. And he used to host his own Ninja Warrior show, Ninja Ice Wolf Warrior. Rest in peace to that show. He changed his name to what it is now in the last tournament, after previously being known as Ice Wolf Boy 63, but he's changed it to what many consider to be a better name, at least some to him and me, but I digress. Alright, he's onto the panel flips, and he's past that. That was kind of a close call. He got caught between the first and second on panels there, but he kind of speeds his way onto the jumping spider. A little bit of trouble climbing up it, but he's through it, or up it. Up across, and now for the climb down. And he's past that, and now for the tire pressure. He's going about a slightly faster pace than a Daniel Pokemon Tosh. And now he's getting stuck on the tire pressure. Come on, dude. You gotta get this going. There he goes. He got it now. Alright, warp wall. He's gonna want to get up this in one. And he does. He's got time to clear now. Alright. Gonna face the Tarzan vault sideways. And he's gonna grab onto the disc, climb forward the way he do. Oh no! He got bounced onto this third disc, but he's caught back on the disc climb. Oh, he slips off the fifth disc, but he's still got time. Come on, Daniel, do it. And he's going to do it. Daniel Icewolf RBLX is going to clear the first stage for the first time in his career. What a run there. And from the beginning, it was almost a disaster, as he barely managed to stay on the bottom of the first kebab, and it took him longer than he probably would have liked to eventually recover and clear the kebabs. He almost fell in between the first and second panels of the panel flips, but quickly recovered, jumped quick and clean onto the jumping spider, got stuck on the tire pressure for a brief moment, slipped twice on the disc climb, and yet still managed to clear stage 1 with time to spare. That is incredible! And on his 11th appearance, Daniel is finally advancing to the second stage. Congratulations, Daniel! You deserve it. We look forward to seeing you in the next stage. And now making his landmark 10th appearance is the All-Star Dr. PP, who finished in first place for the first time in his career in the last tournament. Now we'll see how far he can get in this tournament. Shish kebabs. Oh no! He got bounced off the second kebab! He's out already! I don't believe it! Let's take another look at that. Yeah, he got onto the first kebab, just barely, but on the jump to the second kebab, he just slightly undershot it and got bounced off it. That is a terrible way to go out. And for the first time since Tournament 14, Dr. Peepee has failed the first obstacle. Well, we're nearing the end of Stage 1. There are 3 competitors left to go in this tournament that have to take on Stage 1. These are their taglines for this tournament. And if all 3 of them clear, it'll set a new record for the second most Stage 1 clears. Heck, it'll be a new record if 2 of them clear. But anyway, let's proceed. first of the final 3 is the Tournament 17 top qualifier. At the start line now is the veteran Sonic_DJs. He is making his 8th appearance on the course. He made his debut in Tournament 10, where he was one of the many victims of the original spin bridge. He got one step further in the next tournament, but couldn't make the jump onto the jumping spider. And in Tournament 12, he got close to clearing Stage 1, but the warped wall and the Tarzan ropes slowed him down just enough to use up all his time. But he finally pulled through in Tournament 13 as he cleared Stage 1, but couldn't keep himself stable on the unstable bridge. He continued to improve as he not only got back to the second stage in Tournament 14, but he also managed to get to the third stage. And he was on pace to becoming the next All-Star, but unfortunately in Tournament 15, he took a giant step backwards as he was undone by the Pillars of Doom in Stage 1. And in the last tournament, he couldn't squish the modified jumping spider, but now he's hoping to bounce back and prove that he's one of the top competitors on this course. Let's see if he can get back to the second stage on the final tournament of the classic Roblox terrain. Alright, clock is set. 95 seconds for him. Let's see if he can clear Stage 1 for the 3rd time in his career. He's past the shish kebabs, well done. Rolling boulder now. He's never had problems with this obstacle, and he's not going to start now. Almost went a little too far to the left, but he's past it. Broken cycle. Not a problem for him. Panel flips. Also not a problem. Alright, he went on this obstacle in the last tournament. Let's see if he can beat it this time. He's onto it. Climbing up it. Almost nicely, but he's up it. Gets his way across, and now for the climb down. And he's past it! Alright, tire pressure now. Come on, Sonic. You got this. Moving it down nicely. Stop for a brief moment, but got rolling again. Alright, and he's on to the warped wall. Can he get up this in one? Yes, he does. Got plenty of time now. Tarzan vault. Come on, Sonic. You got this. Tarzan vault. And, oh no! He's fallen on it. Oh, he tried to make the transition to disc climb, but he waited just a little too long before transitioning from the Tarzan vault to the disc climb. Let's take another look at that. He was getting onto the Tarzan vault, but if you can see, as it was moving forward, you see he waited just a little too long to make the jump from the Tarzan vault. If you jump too early, you won't get enough momentum to make it onto the first disc. Jump too late, you'll either fall off the Tarzan vault or get too much momentum to stick the landing on the first disc and bounce off of it. And unfortunately for Sonic, it was the former. And now on the course is the newest member of the All-Stars. Next up is the longtime competitor, Aussie Bro. He is making his 16th appearance on the course. He was one of the 15 competitors to compete in the very first tournament, and he would become the first competitor in Ninja Warrior Roblox to clear the second stage, doing so in the very same tournament. And he would be one of only 3 to do so as well. He would get back to Stage 3 in Tournament 3 after a disappointing Stage 1 fail in Tournament 2, and to this day, his performance in Tournament 3 is still his personal best performance. Since then, he has had mixed results, which would see him go out in Stage 1 in Tournaments 4, 5, 9, and 11. He missed out on Tournament 8, but starting in Tournament 12, he would get back to Stage 2 in each tournament since. In Tournament 15, he would put on his biggest comeback performance yet, as he would not only get back to Stage 2, but he would finally get his long-awaited revenge on it, and get back to the third stage for the first time since Tournament 3. Although he would become the first competitor to attempt and failed the heavily buffed cliffhanger that was introduced in that tournament, he would still finish that tournament in first place for the first time in his career. In the last tournament, he would become the second competitor in Ninja Warrior Roblox history to clear Stage 1 for 5 consecutive tournaments, tying for Ripu for the Stage 1 clear streak. And he would also get back to Stage 3, but couldn't replicate his previous result. But now he's back, looking to keep his Stage 1 clear streak going, and hopefully have another attempt at Stage 3 before the course is converted to the new Roblox terrain. Let's see if he can do it. Alright, competitor 102, and the newest all-star, Aussie Bro. He is also known as the Speed Demon of Ninja Warrior Roblox, as he tends to go fast on this course. Alright. Past the rolling boulder, and now for the broken cycle. Getting through that nicely, and he's past it. Panel flips now, he submitted this obstacle, and of course he wasn't going to fail it. Why would he fail his own obstacle? I can't imagine anyone failing their own obstacles, am I right? Anyway, getting across this jumping spider nicely. It's a bit of a slow climb down. He doesn't seem to be going as fast as we normally see him, but I guess he just doesn't want to make a mistake. And there's the tire pressure who's caught him, but he's getting through it. Got a nice rhythm going, and he's going to dismount early, which is allowed. Alright, worked well. He's up and in one. Alright, couple obstacles go. He's unfortunately not going to get the fastest time, but if he can get up this, he'll keep the Stage 1 clear streak going. Oh, he slipped on the 5th disc, and he's up it! And the streak continues! He's beaten Faripu's streak of 5, and Aussie Bro is now the first competitor to clear Stage 1 for 6 consecutive tournaments. Aussie Bro is going to have another attempt at the 2nd stage, and hopefully have a 3rd straight attempt at the 3rd stage. Congratulations, Aussie! We look forward to seeing you take on the 2nd stage for the 11th time in your career. And now on the start line is the newest leader of the All-Stars. The last competitor to attempt Stage 1 this tournament is the All-Star Faripu. Known as Philip Scott in real life, he made his debut on the course back in Tournament 7, where he didn't put on an impressive performance. But he's proven himself multiple times since then, and despite going out on Stage 1 in the next 2 tournaments, he would still get far enough on Stage 1 to finish in the top 10 in both tournaments. Starting in Tournament 10, we begin the rise of this competitor, being one of 6 to clear Stage 1 in that tournament, and being one of 3 to clear Stage 2 in that same tournament. He would get back to Stage 2 in Tournament 11, but unfortunately he got caught up by the double salmon ladder and domino hill, and he would time him up just short of the finish line. In Tournament 12, he would get his first and only first place finish in a unique position. He would become the last man standing heading into Stage 2, and continue that status heading into Stage 3, where he would become the first competitor to attempt and clear the newest cliffhanger introduced that tournament. And he would get back to Stage 3 in the next 2 tournaments, with Tournament 14 being his best tournament to date, as he would become the first competitor in Ninja Warrior Roblox history to clear Stage 1 for 5 consecutive tournaments, and achieve a personal best, getting 2 steps further on the jumping bars. In Tournament 15, however, the streak had ended, as he went out on the 4th obstacle of Stage 1. But in the last tournament, despite getting his revenge on Stage 1, Stage 2 would get its revenge on him, as he would go out on Stage 2 for the first time since Tournament 11. But now he's back again, hoping to get a new streak going, and to represent the All-Stars, being its newest leader. Let's see how he does. Alright, here is the final competitor to take on Stage 1 this tournament. Mr. 103. Oh no! He's out on the first obstacle! I don't believe it! It looked like he made the jump, but just slipped off. Let's take another look at that. Oh, he had just too much momentum and couldn't stop himself from slipping off the kebab and into the water. And as much as I hate to say it, that is Faripu's personal worst performance on this course. Oh, that's unfortunate. Before we wrap up stage 1, let's take a look at this tournament's overall ninja killer. The shish kebab jumps and the Tarzan vault have taken down their fair share of top competitors, but the award of being the overall ninja killer of this tournament goes to the jumping spider. Not only does it have the biggest fail rate of stage 1 at 35%, but it has taken down the most competitors this tournament, taking down 20 of the 57 who made it this far. Whether it's the jump onto the obstacle, the climb up, the walk across, or the climb down, you could be the one washed out when the rain comes down. And with that disappointing run, we come to the end of stage 1. 103 competitors have risen up to take on the final tournament of the classic Roblox terrain, and when the dust cleared, 23 competitors are still standing, and that is tied for the second most stage 1 clears on this course. And these 23 will be attempting the second stage, which will put up a more difficult challenge. Moving on are 8 newcomers, 7 regulars, 5 veterans, 1 former star, and 2 all-stars. The second stage features very few changes from the previous tournament, but that doesn't mean it's any easier. He begins with a flying coin. Competitors will slide down the slide and land on the coin before making the dismount, where they will then face off with the infamous triple salmon ladder, which has been the downfall of 19 competitors since its debut in Tournament 12. After that is the spider flip, a former stage 3 obstacle that has been moved to the second stage, but still just as difficult. Then it's the Pillars of Doom, which have been moved from stage 1 to stage 2, and have been heavily nerfed with fewer pillars and easier jumps. Then it's the Cyclone Steps, where you still gotta be fast and careful, as going slow and steady will not win you the race. After that is the Boulder Swing, where you still gotta jump onto the boulder and roll it forward enough to jump onto the swing and dismount. And then after that is the only new obstacle of this stage, the Cable Circuit. You can jump onto the second set straight away from the first set if you want, or you can do what is being shown here, by pushing it forward and jumping onto the second set the slow and steady way. Get past that, and you're on to the Thin Path, which is still as difficult as it was in the last tournament, where the glass pillars are higher and the gaps in between are wider. In addition to all of that, there is also a shorter time limit of 87 seconds to do all the obstacles without falling into the water. And in this episode, we will keep seeing competitors attempt this stage until we see one of them clear, at which case the episode will conclude. Let's see who becomes the first to clear stage 2 as we head back down to the course where stage 2 is about to begin. First one to go is the very first competitor to clear stage 1 this tournament. It is Always Fails First Jump. And despite his name, he has never failed the first jump at all. And anyway, this is his third appearance on the second stage, and his second appearance on the second stage in a row. He went out on the boulder swing last time. So yeah, I guess when he was creating this username for the first time, he had very low self-esteem. which is why he named it Always Fails First Jump, despite never failing the first jump. Anyway, he's past the triple salmon ladder and onto the spider flip. See if he can get past this. No, he doesn't! He came up just short. He didn't get far enough on the ledge to make that jump, and he's out. Let's take another look at that. You see, he got onto the obstacle fine, but when he was preparing the jump to the second one, you can see right there, he just didn't get far enough on the edge there when making the jump, and came up just short of grabbing onto the other side. And now we're on to the first newcomer to clear stage 1 this tournament. It is Comedy Shorts Gummer. And he's got quite a crowd in the background. They're obviously happy for him clearing the first stage. Alright, well, let's see how he does. Alright, 87 seconds for him. The light's lit up, buddy. Get going. Oh, he kind of tripped up on the start line. That's not a good sign. Yeah, took him a while to get started. I mean, he can still clear, but it's gonna have to be almost perfect now at this point. Alright, going slow and steady on the triple salmon ladder. That's fine. It'll help if it gets you through the jumps, which it did for him. Ooh, almost slipped off the top ledge there. That would have been disastrous. Spider flip now. Gets through that quickly. Now he's past it. Pillars of Doom now. Gonna go fast on this. It's dangerous, but it pays off. Alright, Cyclone Steps. Really the only obstacle that you gotta be fast on. And he's past it. Alright, Boulder Swing now. Can he get through this? Yeah, despite a light start, he's going at a very fast pace, and he's past the Boulder Swing. Now he'll be the first to attempt the cable circuit. Alright, he's gonna jump straight onto the second step. That is allowed. Alright, but he's gotta be careful. This is a lot trickier than it looks, as the wobble will cause you to slip up, but he's past it. And now for the thin path. Can he get over this? Alright, over the second one now, third one. He's struggling to get that third pillar. Come on, Comedy. Come on, you got this. Clashing sounds. Oh, can he get up this? Oh, man. He's caught up it. Does he not know what to do? Oh, he's on it. He's past it. Oh, it's going to be close. Come on. He's done it. He has cleared with a quarter of a second left. Comedy Shorts Gummer has become the first competitor to clear the second stage. Man, it took him a few seconds after the clock started to get going, and he tripped up before he even got onto the slide. He got past the spider flip, which took out Always Fails First Jump, became the first to tackle the cable circuit, and he beat that with little to no trouble. He had a close call in the thin path as he couldn't get onto the last pillar, but he eventually did, and he just barely managed to beat the second stage. And for the first time since Tournament 7, we will see a newcomer attempt the third stage. Well done! That was a spectacular run. And with that, we shall conclude this episode. We've only seen 2 competitors attempt this second stage so far, but it only took that second one to show that we will have a third stage this tournament. But this is just the beginning, as we still got 21 competitors left to go, hoping to join Comedy Shorts Gummer in Stage 3. And next time, we will see those 21 competitors attempt Stage 2, and then afterwards, we will see those who survived the second stage take on the last Stage 3 of the classic Roblox terrain, and hopefully the final stage, if anyone makes it that far. All that will be seen next time on the final episode of the classic Roblox terrain. Until then, please go check out some of my other videos, like and share this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, feel free to do so, and don't forget to click that bell icon if you want to be notified on occasional uploads or all uploads. Music used and special thanks in this episode are in the description. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time at the Tournament 17 finale of Ninja Warrior Roblox, or the Tournament 17 bonus rounds if you feel like watching that first. Until next time, ciao peoples.
If he clears, it's still something.
Exactly. Come on, beat this.
Yes!
Yes, come on.
Oh.
Final obstacle, come on. Come on, Dev, come on. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Finally, a clear. I'm so happy for him.
Clear! Yes!